that treats us like children. Montpelier, please, trust the people. If the people can be trusted enough to elect you to office and run the affairs of the entire state, don't you think that you can trust us to run the details of our own daily lives? Yes? Yes? Yes, there are a few of us who may be irresponsible, downright evil, and in those cases, let's punish the wrongdoers. But if I'm not bothering anyone, stop bothering me. Every day, thousands of Vermonters do nothing wrong. It's nothing. Every day, tens of thousands of guns kill nobody. And yet every year, we are subject to more and more laws and regulation on the fear, the cowardly fear that somebody might do something wrong. No wonder the NSA is spying on us. They don't trust the people. No wonder gun restrictions are coming. They don't trust the people. Let's end this relationship that's been built on suspicion. Let's demand from our government the same trust and respect that they demand from us. It seems like a long time ago, somewhere along the way, we stopped saying to one another, hey, it's a free country. Whatever happened to that? I'm not sure, but for me, it seems like over the last 10, 15 years, I just really believe it less and less. And the reason we're here today, the reason we were here a year ago, seems to kind of corroborate that evidence. With all the encroachments that we face, don't you just feel less free? We're doing a lot of work and organizing just to keep legal things legal. That doesn't seem to me to be the regular activity of a free people. And with some of the recent pushes, both in the legislature and in Burlington, in addition to losing that sense of freedom, I feel like we're also on the verge of losing another important founding principle of our country, the concept of innocent until proven guilty. Some are working right now to ensure that guns can be confiscated and stored for a fee for people who have never been convicted of a single crime. Does that concern you? Yes. Remember when we were told, trust us, no one wants to take your guns? And those of you who heard me last year know that we have enough laws on the books to make almost anybody a criminal. If you've ever made a copy of a VHS tape, you're guilty of a felony, and you could have lost your gun rights under previously introduced legislation. Don't raise your hands. So what do we do about all this? Well, Woody Allen once said that 80% of life is just showing up. And the fact that we had over 600 people just show up last year, I think is a strong indicator as why the only thing that's even being talked about in the State House are gun storage fees. That's a huge accomplishment from where we were a year ago. We've come a long way from when the Vermont carry was in jeopardy. Keep it up. You started by showing up at this rally. Show up at the polls. Show up at town meeting. Show up all over your community. Most importantly, show up on the ballot. I'm sure with a crowd this large, there has to be at least 5, 10, maybe 20 people that would make quality candidates in their House or Senate district. And we'll be running against somebody who doesn't necessarily agree with our state and our country's founders that these rights shall not be infringed. Don't assume that somebody else will do it. Don't assume that our opponents can't be beaten. Just show up. If you show up on the ballot and you get your supporters to show up at the polls, that's 80% of it right there. It really is that simple. Start small if you're more comfortable.